Okay, so welcome back to the Championship Rounds YouTube channel. We're back again, trying to keep it consistent as possible. Sonny's made a special effort. He's at home today, and I'm not going to make him fucking...
Yo, we already tried this. Yo, lads, I want to show you what I'm sat on right now, but it lags every time. I'll try it one more time. If it doesn't work,
basically, just describe it. You're sitting on got it. Step ladder and ironing board. The laptop is on an ironing board.
So the laptop's on an ironing board. I'm on a step ladder. It's uncomfortable. Sam took a shit for 20 minutes and made me wait. This is effort.
My bad. Anyway, threw me off there still. Cool. So Sonny's a bit more updated this week on the combat sports sort of world. So I'm gonna let him lead. So Sonny, what do you want to start with?
We've got two big events coming up next week. So we've got UFC 266 and we've got Anthony Joshua versus Alexander Usyk.
Yes.
I think we should start with the boxing first because we've got the only people that really watch this is our mates, and most of them prefer boxing. So we might as well just give them their 5 minutes and then they can fuck off.
No, but you know what? I can't hold in the Nick Diaz excitement. I just want to talk about him. So
hold it in.
Okay, I'm gonna hold it.
We'll get onto it. We'll be quick.
Okay. Let's run through this boxing talk. I want to talk about my favorite person in the world, Nick Diaz. Okay, go on, shoot. Tell me who you think's gonna win. What's your prediction? How's it gonna go down?
Off the bat like that.
Off the bat.
Well, I'm gonna be controversial, and I'm gonna say Usyk is gonna win. Okay, that's fair, mad, because I think I must literally be in the 1% that's probably saying that. I'm guessing you're gonna say Joshua, yeah.
I'm AJ straight up because you know what? I'm gonna tell you my reasoning to why. Then you can tell me your reasoning for Usyk.
Go for it.
But my reasoning is this: Usyk, as we know, he's a natural cruiserweight. He's a cruiserweight champion, probably one of the best cruiserweights of all time. Mm-hmm. How can you go up a division where AJ could never make cruiserweight? He's too big. So the power is going to be different. Mainly the power. The speed's probably equaled out, but the explosiveness and the power, and we know AJ's got power. So in terms of it's like maybe like UFC, like Nate Diaz going up and fighting Usman. Who's going to win? Usman. So I'm literally just basing it on power. And Usyk, when he fought Chisora, a natural heavyweight, he just about won. And you know, Chisora's not on AJ's level. Chisora's lost to anyone on a higher level. Parker, Dillian White, Tyson Fury. He's lost to all those guys. The only reason that Chisora's got a bit of a hype is because that he knocked out Takam. But if you can just about beat Chisora, how are you going to beat AJ? My reasoning.
Fair enough. I think, to be fair, that's very solid reasoning from you. I think that's what the majority of people are thinking.
I stole that off another YouTuber. That's why it's.
All right. Yeah.
Shout out Michael Bisping's channel. I didn't watch it.
I'll give you my reasoning anyway. Yeah. So basically, I looked back over AJ's recent opponents.
Yeah.
And I was looking for a technical southpaw that he's fought. And the only person that I could see was Charles Martin. He's shit. He's not on the same level as Usyk. Yeah. He was knocked out in the second round by AJ. But
he didn't want to be there.
That's it. He was there for a cash grab. But Usyk, we're talking about, like you said, arguably one of the greatest cruiserweights. It's either him or Holyfield. That's the main conversation. And then some people throw in David Hay as well in there. But Usyk's very technical. I think in the later rounds as well, because he's the one that has moved up to heavyweight, his cardio should be better, I would think, because AJ does carry a lot of lean muscle mass on him. I don't know how AJ is going to come into this fight. If he comes in nice and light like Ruiz too, I think that will favour him. But then at the same time, if he tries and box with Usyk, I think that's not going to go that well for him. So if AJ comes in to rough him up, but then doesn't get him out of there by, say, the 6th round, then I think Usyk's going to step on the gas in the later rounds. That's my prediction anyway.
Yeah, to be fair, Usyk's a psycho. I don't think AJ's could finish Usyk. Usyk's undefeated. Let's be honest.
He's 18-0, and I went back a few fights. He has not been knocked down. Correct me if I'm wrong in the comments, obviously, but I did not watch a fight where he's been knocked down. AJ, as we've seen, can be knocked down by Andy Ruiz. Shorter man, shorter reach. The reach advantage isn't even that big. It's like 78 to 82. So it's not a humongous reach advantage. And when you're as technical as Usyk and you counter like him, that reach advantage isn't too big. So
see, this is my prediction: is that AJ is going to win by decision. He's not getting Usyk out of there. Usyk is not going anywhere. He's tough as fuck. So he ain't going nowhere.
Do you think he's technical enough to outbox him then?
I just think the size difference is going to be too much, and the power is going to be too much for him. And AJ, to be fair, he knows how to work. Even though you're saying the reach advantage is small, he does know how to work at range. His best few shots is the jab, is the 1-2. That's his best shots, and with the left hook on the end of it as well sometimes. So, but you know what? See, this is the thing. If Usyk's got the cardio to push the pace in the later rounds, then it could maybe sway it. But I'm just basing it off the Chisora fight, and I wasn't too impressed. But saying that, Usyk's had a lot of time since then to put on size, put on muscle, and stuff like that. But yeah, I just don't know. I just see AJ winning by decision.
The other thing I was going to say is I think the way that Usyk's gone about it is the right way as well. Instead of going up to heavyweight and trying to put on a lot of muscle, he's kind of done it like, I'm going to bring it to the UFC, he's kind of done it like John Jones, not rushing himself. He's slowly putting that muscle on the frame. He's slowly putting that extra fat on the frame, so he's conditioned to carry that weight in the ring. I think he's gone about that really well. Also, people keep talking about Chisora. This Chisora, like in the last couple of fights, his cardio was amazing. Like he was stepping on the gas. He wasn't technical enough, but he was stepping on the gas in for the whole fight, basically. And you said about the Parker that most people had that as a 50-50 fight. Like the reason is that they're going again in November.
But don't you think Chisora hasn't beaten anyone except for Takam on a top level? He hasn't.
No, you're right. You're right. I think in this second fight against Parker, he will beat Parker.
Okay.
Parker, it depends if Parker's made the adjustments, but Chisora in his last couple of fights has looked really good.
Yeah. To be fair, I don't want to say too much bad shit about Chisora because he might see this and fucking he's scary. So
he'll fuck you for no Vaseline.
Yeah, I don't want to see him at like a boxing event or some shit, but yeah, he ain't gonna be watching this anyway. So,
but I think that's good. I think let's see what happens.
Okay.
Obviously, it's a tough fight, but the only thing I think if it's close, it's obviously in the UK. It's a matchroom card. I just think if it's close, it's going to go to AJ. Usyk will have to absolutely. I think if he can get him down, it can be like the Ruiz. Like AJ got dropped once, then his head was just not in the fight, spitting out his gum shield, everything. I think if Usyk can get in there, maybe get a knockdown, and then throw off the whole game plan. And then AJ will sit in his corner like, oh, what am I supposed to do? Like the whole thing all over again with Ruiz. But I think it's going to be an interesting fight, man.
Yeah, you know what? You convinced me a little bit, to be fair, but it is going to be a very good fight either way. But yeah, we'll see. Then we'll pick it. We'll have to do a video the day after and see whose predictions win. Are you going to bet on there? You're going to little cheeky bet on Usyk? He's probably got good odds, to be fair.
Yeah, I'll put might just put down I might put a courser on it, like 3-4 bags.
I'll put a courser on it. Yeah. Shout out DJ AK. Shout out DJ AK if you list it. But
shout out DJ AK.
Okay.
Right, let's move on to UFC 266. Obviously, I know you're dying to talk about this. It's a return.
It's a return of Stockton's very old.
Diaz.
Listen, Stockton's very old. The general of the Nick Diaz army. The leader of the Nick Diaz army, Fucking hell. I feel like my dreams have come true. Imagine 17 years in the making of the second. Like, Robbie Lawler versus Nick Diaz. 17 years later, number 2. 20. Nick was 20, wasn't he? And Robbie was 22. So you can work out the ages how they're quite old now.
Well, that's hats off to Robbie as well. The longevity Robbie's had. Robbie's a killer.
Yeah,
Robbie is a killer.
Yeah, I just hope he gets it done. Like, do you reckon Nate's gonna be there as well? Like in the stadium, like because Nick was Right, yeah, Nick was in the front row for Nate's fight.
Yeah. I think he will. I don't think he'll be like in the corner.
Nah, he's never in this. Well, no, there's a few fights he's been in this corner, but I don't think he probably won't be for this one.
No, I can't see him being in the corner, but I think he'll be there at the press conferences and stuff. Like,
yeah.
Good.
They need to get some media out, man. Like, where's the media of Nick Diaz?
I think from next week it'll start rolling out after we get rid of this Smith and Spann card this weekend.
Yeah.
And we start getting some media, and you're all just gonna be sat there on YouTube refreshing it.
Rob, have you seen that? Have you seen that one yet? Where he says "Gentleman never tells." If not, I'm clipping it.
Nah.
So someone asks him, yeah.
Whoa.
Man's just adjusting himself. Listen, someone asks him, "Oh, so how do you, like? What's the perfect fight for you? Like, how do you see like a perfect fight?" He literally just looks around like this and he's like, "A gentleman never tells." Like, why did you say that? It's so weird, but it's so amazing. I might just, I'm going to clip that in because I don't think I gave it justice, but...
We never know what's going to happen, but if you had a perfect fight, what would it be?
A gentleman never tells.
Oh, here it is. Never tells. I want to hear some media. I want to see where Nick's head's at. But we've discussed this before, and we think, and I probably kind of agree with you if I'm going with my head, that Robbie Lawler is the favourite because he's been active, he's fought hard. While Nick took about 6-7 years off, just partying away in Vegas. And if you got him on Insta, all he was been doing is smoking and drinking while Robbie's been training. So I think Robbie might get it done. And if he finishes Nick, I'm going to cry. I swear down, I'll cry and I'll put it on camera.
Don't put it on camera. Boy, what happened to your vlog, mate? Your vlog?
The vlog's coming. The vlog's coming. I've got to edit it. I've got to put it together.
What is it coming by the time Josh fights again?
Number 3, Josh Lara 3. So we can relive Josh Robinson 2. It's coming, man. Trust me, it's coming.
Anyway, what else is there on that card? We've got Shevchenko versus Lauren.
Oh, yeah, hold on. We haven't gone in. We haven't talked about Nick Diaz versus Robbie Lawler enough. You haven't given your prediction.
Fucking hell. My prediction for that fight is I believe that it goes the full distance, and I think Nick wins on volume. That's do you reckon he's in that same shape? That same. Yeah. But can you get it? They've got weird. Their endurance is fucking weird. Both the Diaz brothers, I think even if Robbie steps on the gas in the first 2 rounds, Nick will put it on in the last 3 rounds, and obviously he's going to favour Nick having the 5-round fight as well. So I think
what about his chin? You think his chin's still there? Yeah.
Well, he's taken no damage in those 6 years, so it shouldn't have made any difference to his chin. I would think.
Yeah, I can't wait for that one. But all right, okay, cool. Let's move on then.
We'll just quick mention Shevchenko versus Lauren Murphy.
Yeah, that's enough about that.
No, I want to say shout out to Lauren Murphy because she's like a recovered drug addict or something, man. So for her to get to the pinnacle to fight the champion, that's a big underdog story.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, the story ends here for her. Shevchenko.
The story ends here.
Shevchenko's a monster, man. So big up Lauren. Hopefully you look good in there, but I'm not going to be
I need to look into that story, to be fair. So she was. I don't really know. So she was a drug addict and then just got into training and then just sorted herself out.
That's about as much as I know about. I just think. Imagine if I'm completely wrong. And it's like, she was never a drug addict.
I mean, maybe not. I haven't heard anything, but I'm not too sure. You're probably right. I don't think you'd have made that up.
If I've made that up, Lauren, I'm sorry for calling you a drug addict. But, I'm pretty sure. You move on to talking about the main event, and I'm just gonna double check.
Yeah, just Google it quickly. Okay, so main event we've got Ortega versus Volkanovski. And to be fair, I am excited for this fight because Ortega is actually one of my favourite fighters. I'm a big fan of him.
Oh, yes, buzzing. She was a former heroin addict. I mean, not buzzing. That's the wrong...
Buzzing that you was right. Yeah. Sorry, threw me off. Yeah, Ortega. So Ortega is one of my favourite fighters because his submission game's mad. One of probably best jiu-jitsu in the UFC. top three definitely. And his boxing's improved, as we saw against the Korean Zombie. Really battered him up on the feet. Great boxing, and I just feel that Volkanovski is just holding up the division a little bit there. First of all, he probably doesn't deserve to be champ because Holloway won, and I would love to see Ortega versus Holloway too. So I'm hoping that Ortega gets the job done. And I think he will. The reason that I think he will is because Volkanovski relies a lot on being able to mix it up with takedowns. And you don't want to be shooting on Ortega because you literally just wrap your neck up and have you in a guillotine. So I would say that not being able to mix it up and not being that comfortable with the wrestling gives Ortega the chance to let his hands go like he did against the Korean Zombie. And I think he can get it done. But you never know with Volkanovski. They got a good game plan in that city kickboxing, and you don't know about leg kicks and stuff like that. So I hope Ortega gets it done. Who knows?
I'm going to stop you there. Because I disagree with you there, fella.
Go on then.
Because I think Ortega's striking has improved, but I don't think it would have improved enough. Volkanovski's striking is up there with Max. When he's got a game plan, like the guy is drilled. Like he'll follow that game plan. And like you just said towards the end, I think he's going to throw a lot of leg kicks at Brian as well. He's very explosive. I don't think he's going to use the wrestling much, as you said, especially in the earlier rounds, because he knows how dangerous Ortega is on the floor. I think if he's smart, what he's going to try and do is get those takedowns towards the end of the later rounds to score points on the judges' scorecard, like he done against Max Holloway. But I think I don't think Ortega's going to match him in stand-up. I just don't.
Okay, so you agree with me that he's not going to shoot
in the early rounds?
In the early rounds,
yeah.
You know what? I agree with the leg kick thing because if you do eat a man's leg, it's going to affect everything. But yeah, surprising you that you're saying that.
What about if you eat his third leg?
You tell me, bro. You've had it. Anyway, yeah. So yeah,
leg
kicks, calf kicks, jabs, right hooks.
Yeah, but Volkanovski, realistically, I think is going to win.
Okay. Yeah, I disagree. I don't know. I feel like Ortega's like he's got the reach on him as well.
What does Kobe call him? He calls him like low T City, I think. Low
T City. Kobe's confirmed, isn't he now with Usman?
Yeah, that's confirmed.
And what was the other one that you told me the other day? That's been confirmed. That's big news as well.
Figueiredo Moreno 3. December 11th.
And Cody's fighting as well. Confirmed.
No one cares.
No, I do. Everyone loves Cody. Cody's fighting against what's his name now? Fuck.
You said
Kai Kara France.
That's it.
From City Kickboxing. So yeah.
That December 11th card is looking good though, man.
Yeah,
already, yo, this weekend. I've just literally not this weekend. Next weekend, UFC 266 on the prelims.
Yeah.
Brandon Moreno is fighting on the prelims, and
can't be, man. Hold on.
No.
What the fuck? Yeah.
Moraes is fighting on the prelims.
Okay, who's he fighting?
And Dan Hooker's fighting on the prelims as
Oh,
well.
really?
So, yeah, there's a couple of good fights on there. Dan Hooker's fighting this guy called Nusrat something.
Oh yeah, I've heard of him because I think Islam wanted to fight him.
Yeah, but I think his mum passed away recently.
Yeah, and he's still fighting.
Yeah, but Dan Hooker obviously gave him his condolences. Dan Hooker's a cool guy. That'll be a good fight. Obviously, Dan Hooker's looking to basically boost himself in that top 10 rankings after coming off of 2 losses. So, yeah.
Okay. So, we've covered the boxing, covered the UFC. Any other news that you think's relevant in this week that we need to cover? Any gossip?
Feels like this guy is always just in combat news, man. Jake Paul, again, like calling out Masvidal, saying that he's a little bitch. Oh, I'll let your daddy Dana White let you come out to play. Yeah. I'm going to baptize you. It's like, yo, what is going on?
That's not possible, though. If Masvidal's under contract, it's not zero possibility.
Well, we haven't even spoke. Obviously, Dana saying, why don't you go fight Anderson Silva? He's not going to want to go fight Anderson Silva.
Yeah. I think he would fight Silva, though.
I think he'll fight Silva. He's going to be quicker than Silva.
Yeah, he's going to be quicker than Silva.
Like, in all fairness, yeah, like Silva is a sicko. Like obviously at his age to still be fighting. What is he, like 45, 46 or something?
Yeah.
And obviously he got the first round knockout over Tiso.
Yeah.
But
That whole thing was just a madness, though. That whole thriller shit.
yeah, let's. I don't want to really talk about that
Yeah.
card. It's an absolute shambles, man.
Yeah,
It doesn't
forget
deserve. It doesn't deserve any time on this podcast. But
Yeah.
yeah, with Jake Paul, Masvidal, it's not happening. Anderson Silva might be a good fight, but I think that Tommy Fury fight's the sickest. Yo, have you seen that video of Tommy Fury on Molly?
Nah.
He's like in a Liverpool nightclub, yeah, and he's got his like shirt off, and there's like bare little kids and stuff, and there's like a barrier,
Yeah.
and he's just there like, whoa, like doing this, going like mental. Yo,
Why?
I'll put the clip in here.
Let's clip that. It's fucking weird, that is.
No, he's going mad. It's like jaws are swinging and that. Yeah, he just looks crazy, bro.
Is he on drugs now?
Yo, it's mad, bro.
Just clip it.
I'm gonna clip it, but yo, it's so weird. But I think that fight is the fight to make, man.
Yeah, I think it is as well. They might as well. Who else really has he got now?
I don't think you're gonna have to see it. Look, just watch this.
Yeah, he's pissed on it. He's
on some shit.
Yeah, he's on some shit in that video.
Yo, Jake Paul's been ripping him on his stories all day as well.
Just because of that.
Yeah, he was like holding up a sign like "Date Molly, don't take Molly, stay off the drugs, kids." Yo, you gotta give it to that guy, man. His marketing is mad.
Yeah, he's sick now. I'm actually rate him. Like, I'm starting to rate him. But the more that I listen to him, the more that I sort of kind of rate what he's doing. But I think Tommy's the only fight for him. Like, most of the UFC guys are under contract.
Yeah,
okay, you can fight Silva. He maybe fight Silva, fair play, or Tommy.
I think his next two fights should be. I think his next fight should be Tommy. If he loses, then he can fight KSI afterwards. Anyway, he's always got that fight. KSI wants to batter him, so that's.
So what about if he beats Tommy Fury?
I don't know. And then he's beat a legit boxer. Then Canelo, innit?
Then Canelo. There's no way a man stepping in there with Canelo. I'll tell you that, man. Fuck you know.
Yo, that'd be illegal. It won't get sanctioned, man.
I think Masvidal would fucking kill him as well. I think Masvidal would absolutely kill him.
Yeah.
Because he's vicious with his
You know what? He's smart though, man. He always picks these guys that are smaller than him.
Yeah.
So even if Masvidal goes in there, Masvidal's not going in there with 4-ounce gloves like we're used to.
Yeah.
Like he's going to be stepping in there with like 12-ounce gloves.
Yeah.
And Jake Paul will take that. He's a big guy. He's like 200 pounds.
Yeah. It's mad. But yeah, I think Jake Paul and Tommy Fury is like I agree with you, the fight to make. But yeah. Any other news in the combat world?
Not from me. We don't want to talk about that bullshit Triller card. That's it, man, off the top of my head.
The only other thing but I think has been rinsed on YouTube a lot is that transgender woman going in and beating up girls in MMA, which I think everyone just has the same opinion that shouldn't really happen because it's basically a guy turning to a woman beating up women. Basically a guy beating up women.
It's a controversial one, but you shouldn't be fighting against women because you're always gonna have an advantage against women, whether you've taken like hormone replacement and your like testosterone levels are now low, but you've still had all those years as a man to build up that muscle and everything. So it's just, it's not. I think to be inclusive, they should start like a separate class like you have, obviously, because when fighting first started, it was probably no weight classes, and then they brought in weight classes, and then they brought in female fights, and then now obviously you don't want to exclude people that like transgender, so bring in a transgender class, let them fight each other, like no problem with that, but it's not fair, man. Like if I wanted to have, how do you call it, transition, if I wanted to transition and become a woman in the next 2 years, I'm a big lad, like I'm gonna beat up most women out. That's not fair.
I think everyone that I've seen has got the same opinion. Like it's just it's a weird situation. But I don't know what MMA league that was in, what promotion for some low level shit. But I can't think of anything else. Obviously, I think it's better if we do a video after the Nick Diaz fight, then we can see where the fighters are gonna go from there. But let's go. Stockton's very own Nick Diaz Can't let me down this weekend, man. Can't let me down.
I think that's the only one prediction that we
Agree
had
on.
the same. Yeah. So,
No, we didn't. You're saying Nick Diaz wins. I think Lauder's gonna win.
Oh shit!
But I want Diaz to win.
Yeah, fair enough. Shevchenko is the only one that we agree on.
Yeah, 100% agree on that.
Some things are just inevitable, though. Like that's
You know what's gonna be mad? If Lauren Murphy wins, then what's your forfeit? You're gonna give me a Corsa?
If Lauren Murphy wins, I will try and get an interview with Lauren Murphy and apologise to her.
Okay.
That's the plan. That's how confident I am.
Okay.
That she will win.
Cool. Cool. Should we wrap it then? Yeah.
Yeah. Let's wrap what?
Wrap. It's a wrap right. It's a wrap right here.
Wrap up the show. I thought you meant wrap.
Wrap it. Yeah.
I thought you were gonna hit one for Nick Diaz on camera.
Nah, man, I'm gonna smoke one on Nick Diaz's fight. I just need to order the just CBD. CBD spliff. Let's go. But
all right, guys. All right, we're gonna wrap it up there. It's been a good show, man. It's been nice catching up with you after 2 weeks.
Yeah.
But yeah, more regular going forward.
I'll see you tomorrow anyway.
Yeah, exactly. All right.
Peace.
Tomorrow.
No, yeah, not tomorrow. Peace.